Then you must have already realized that Iris. Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? That Iris. Whoa! Whoa! Iris. What? Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Today we are going to be diving right back into the amazing climactic final case that is Turnabout Bridge, I think. Yeah, I think it's Bridge to the Turnabout. We are going to be diving back into what we consider over here peak, okay? We are going to dive back into everything that is happening. We got Dahlia Hawthorne, aka Iris, committing some serious acts of absolute indecency, okay? She is evil. She is the devil. We have Larry drawing supernatural ghosts of who even knows what. And we also have people like Franziska and Godot out for our necks trying to prove us, our client Iris, unfortunately, guilty. So what do? What we do best. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And if you are ready, then so am I. Let's go ahead and dive back into it. This is Phoenix Wright, game number 3, case number 5. Let's get it. Let's do it. Okay, so last time we left off, right? Godot was pressing me over Mia. Y'all know how I feel about that. I went off on him. Right. Is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah. The trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me.
What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped, and I know that there was only one lock when I last came here. So, you're saying that you can't undo the new locks?
Yes.
If only I was stronger. What were you gonna do, Edgeworth? Rip it? Like, bro, you are not the Hulk. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? I mean, you look a little pale in the face. Like you're one to talk with your face all green. I'm not the one trying to Hulk out on them chains. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous, I'm perfectly There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Ugh. Why haven't I quit this job? I know bro's probably thinking that. He's like, bro, why haven't I quit? All this stuff that keeps happening to me. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner in the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris?
No, not at all.
Uh-huh. Alright. Why did you escape? Yeah, why'd you make a run for it, Iris?
I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried. I just had to come and see.
In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that.
I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was all right, but...
But what?
Then I saw these chains here.
Mm-hmm.
I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door, and... Who in the world would do something like this?
Okay. Interesting, Franziska only whipped him to calm him down instead of how she whips everyone else. Never mind. Oh, we finally got to be rid of her dumb self. Oh, she's still here. Franziska should have been the victim instead of Misty. That's a crazy statement. That is crazy. Why do you hate... Bro, you hate Franziska like I hate Godot. So I can't even really be mad at it. Like, I respect the beef, but like... That's so crazy. She ain't that bad, bro. She just... You know what I mean? But yeah, that is interesting that, she hit Edgeworth to calm him down, and that seemingly did the trick. I wonder if that's kind of just like how their dynamic is as siblings. It's just like she just whips his ass, and then he goes to take a nap. Trick lock.
These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Korean tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it.
And you aren't the one who set these locks? Bro, why does that always happen? My cursor slowly drifts down here to options almost every time I stream or play. It just clicks on this. I don't think it's that simple, Franziska von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them.
What does that mean?
It means that somebody wanted to secure the place even more. Probably you, she-devil. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. Yeah, Phoenix. If y'all watched the last video, my theory on this is that it's actually Misty in the afterlife continuously locking Maya out, or locking Iris out, because she could send, like, the only reason why I think that is because of the hint that we were given in the last one, where Sister Bikini was like, she returned because she felt something was off. What reason would she have 15 years later in the future to come back, 15 years in the future since Maya's birth, to come back and then die, and then that's it? Like, she has to serve a further purpose. And Iris's convenient getaway to the cave, because, like, Iris is coming for the bloodline. Y'all know this. I'm not going to explain it again. I'm sorry. I'm not going to waste y'all's time, but y'all get it. This means that Iris can only open one of those locks. The first one.
Yes, that's correct.
What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this?
Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But
it will take time, won't it?
Yes, about a day if I had to guess.
Convenient. A whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us?
Sure, I'll do whatever I can.
We gotta wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're gonna have to call on your inner strength now. So Maya gets kidnapped 2 times in a row? Because did she get kidnapped in the first game? I don't think so. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix Wright? I wasn't talking to you, Franziska. I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you?
Huh?
Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen that same evening at the Inner Temple. And then, you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple too. So what's up with that, sis? Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the Inner Temple, it's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Cyclops, yep, here we go. Here we go. GoldenEye 007 would be gas low-key too. Also, now that I've seen Naruto, watched a couple years ago with a friend, I look back at this whole branch family stuff and laugh a bit. I haven't seen shit, but okay, but you do know of like the branch family versus the main family stuff with Hinata's clan, because it's kind of like, I know where you're going with this, Monica. It's almost like a similar thing. Now, if there's probably something else that might allude to it later on that I haven't gotten it to, but yeah, exactly, it's exactly like that. That's kind of what I've been feeling too, vibe wise. I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Okay, the night of the crime. I don't think that we can really do anything about this. This door. When I was here earlier, there was only one lock, but now there's 5 of them. Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen locks quite like these before. I have. I've seen locks and chains just like these before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psych lock. I wonder if these locks are guarding something. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. W introspection on that. Okay. Let's present some stuff first. So let's go. Actually, you know what? I want her to answer me about this hood. Okay. She doesn't care about. She's not gonna let me ask that. Okay, so the locks being more pressing. I don't even know if we should try it. I mean, we could save right here and we can give it a shot. Why not? I'm pretty sure we should probably maybe, or we might need to look into this further, but let's just try it. Let's just try it. Magatama time. Let's see what she's hiding. Because that could also give us clues as to what to look for next. So, you know what I mean? All right. Now I will say those locks that are on that door, even though Phoenix said they look similar, they do have one key difference, and it's, pun intended, the keyhole. Because like, looking at the keyhole, it's not the shape of the Magatama like the ones on the door. So they can't be exactly the same. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth?
Yes, that's where I was.
Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too, but I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder, and that would be Sister Bikini. Okay, so we don't need it. We maybe don't need all this stuff. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course.
Sister Bikini?
Her testimony in court today was very clear.
That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the Inner Temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up, violently. So, I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple.
Sister Bikini didn't just see you. She spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the Inner Temple on the night of the murder.
That's very impressive, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, so why are you lying, though?
The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late.
What time was that?
Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the Inner Temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m., I think.
You would have left at 9:40? What do we have that's like time dated? Hold on a minute. 10:40. So she left at 10:40? Wait, so did she leave her room? Oh, 9:40. That's my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you, huh? Now you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m. What you say doesn't add up with this. So, her autopsy report, 10 to 11. Okay, so she rang the bell, so she would already have been... I don't know, hold on, she rang the lights out bell at 10 p.m. What's the main hall again? Hold on a minute. Hold on, I'm gonna check the map real fast. I need to make sure I get a good look at the bearings. So the main hall, so this is Inner Temple, this is main hall. She would have had to, she wouldn't have had to leave the main temple to ring the bell. So her leaving at 9:40 to ring the bell at 10 wouldn't be a huge contradiction there. Courtyard where Dunham was murdered. I mean, that might be our only lead other than this. She left at 9:40. Body fell 10 feet. 9:40. Yeah. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. This was an hour after she supposedly left the main hall. So there would have been time. I'd hold low-key, trust me, okay. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. Okay, bet. Yeah, because I could have spent forever on that, not gonna lie. Okay. Then yeah, let's go to the garden. Let's see what Edgeworth has to say if we can even talk to him. The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be serious too. It's gotta be a tough job. We might need to go back and also present some other stuff to her too. Well, let's start with here first. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Oh, I don't know. How could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Ah! Hey! Don't you dare run away! What do you want, Wright? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away! Ugh, I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Okay, something terrible. The investigation. You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime. That's why. You mean because of the writing in blood? The writing in blood and this talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect. Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? Okay, I mean, that's fair. That is fair. And we haven't seen Maya since the day of the murder, so I get why they would have to do that. So, I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school, Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Also one of the best cases of all time. This case was so fire, dude. Oh my gosh, what an absolute flashback. Dog, I love this case. I loved all the different pieces to it. It was so good. An Edgeworth backstory, love that. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. Pow! Because that man Von Karma went and shot that man. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now, and that case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? 2 years, wow, I guess so. You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright, there's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, man. So, no more of this self-pity, alright? Facts, W. Edgeworth. There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I feel like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for a file? Yes. Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before 6 years ago. 6 years ago, okay? It was my first appearance in court. And as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give that information away to the member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple, and neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Okay, if you're confident. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. Okay, we need to explain it, huh? Okay, give me a second. So we have that poster. Wait. We have that poster. We also have... Okay, I don't think that's gonna do it. I mean, I feel like it's gotta be... I mean, I don't know. Well, maybe let's just bring up her profile. Do we have her new one or her old one? No, it's just Iris. Okay, let's try Iris. Apparently, Iris was taken in by the sisters here at the temple when she was a child. When she was a child. However, we still don't know much about her past, so we're looking into it. That reminds me, Edgeworth went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look up stuff on her. I should ask him what he's found. Okay, so it's just bringing us back to that. Let's try something else. What else can we... Maybe this? Okay, he doesn't care about that. Elise's autopsy report. Yeah, ain't nothing here that's gonna... I mean, maybe we do try it. Okay, maybe not. Okay. I don't think we get anywhere with him on this. Alright, let's go back. We might need to just figure something out. For the time being. Okay. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Pearls. We already went to the garden, never mind. It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. Good call, good call, good call. I would too think it would be a great idea to go check out the shack. Mostly, for clues and not to hear Larry. Oh, Pearl.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
Pearls, what are you doing here?
Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, I see.
Hey! What do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry. This is the loser shack, where losers get together to lose themselves. Oh, he's lost it, brother. He's lost it. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Yeah, a little bit.
Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Larice did a picture of me.
That's, great, Pearls. But we're going to gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way! I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore, and why would they after that absolute clown show you put on in the trial today? Lord have mercy, Larice. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down.
Oh, Mystic Maya.
Let's talk, Pearl. Larice's sketch. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? I got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearl, two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. What am I gonna do with him? Alright then, what do you think about this picture, Pearls? Yeah, Pearl, what do you think about this picture?
I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing.
See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know?
It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy.
No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night.
But, Mr. Larice.
Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl.
Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg of you!
I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. I mean, it has to have some significance. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was there that night. But it happened though, that's the thing. Like, I do actually believe this man drew something of what he saw. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck, and I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture. And it looks like I don't have any choice but to take this sketch at face value. Hey, what's with that look of doubt on your face? Night of the crime. Larry, I'm done with you, bro. Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened?
I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know? I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick?
Sorry, Pearls, but yeah, it kinda does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Dunham's room, reading a book together, but Miss Dunham was murdered, and you, Pearl, were at the Inner Temple. Just what exactly happened that night? Pearl?
I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick.
Not her too! Pearl! Whoa! 5 again?
I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished.
You're being punished? What are you talking about, Pearl?
My spiritual power. It has
What? It has disappeared? What? Her powers have disappeared? Lost powers? What do you mean your power has disappeared, Pearls?
It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint.
Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearl, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried, but failed, perhaps. Way to go, Nick! You made her cry! Larry, to the back, please! We don't need it today! That was really cruel of you! Just as I thought, I'm gonna have to break through her psych locks to get the truth out of her. The little psych lock above her head, because she's so small, it would cover her face. I think the only person who might rival her in height is Sister Bikini. Alright, bruh. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Alright. So what could is there anything I could show her? I could maybe show her this. Okay, nope, she's not talking. She's a no, because she doesn't want to talk about it. Okay, so maybe let's try to psych lock it. I have to remember not to try to waste too much time. If I don't think I know the answer right away, I should probably go investigate until I can't investigate anymore. Okay, alright. The night of the crime. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Dunham's room reading a book together, correct?
Yes, I was so happy when she invited me, but I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go?
No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was worried, so I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Dunham's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearl? On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? She went to the Inner Temple. You went here, didn't you, Pearl? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? The next question is who or what you were so worried about. Now I'm gonna take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay.
You went to this place for one very simple reason. It was because of this. Because of Maya. It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew that the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course.
I signed up for your special course. Well, my. Quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those your channel.
Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt like you might be partly responsible, didn't you?
Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at Inner Temple.
Nice. Okay, one cycle gone. Then we're clear now that you went to the Inner Temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the Inner Temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started, but there was so much snow so I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10? How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
She heard the lights out bell. The Hazakura Temple bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearl, why were you so worried about hearing the bell?
Huh? Oh,
I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because... hold up. Misty Fey. So worried about hearing the bell. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think we have what we need. Cause what is she? There's no reason why in any of the evidence that we have 10 to approximately 11, lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Yeah, I mean the only coincidence, or the only thing that's like coinciding with that 10 o'clock timing would be the time that lightning was starting. And I mean, it wasn't like they could get the weather report beforehand, or they got the weather report beforehand, so it's not like she'd know about it. Also, but why would she be so worried about the bell? I'm honestly just thinking outside of the box now. What circumstances would it be? For all I know, she was worried about Maya. Then when it hit 10 o'clock, she got worried. We don't have the evidence. That we just don't. We for real just don't. Like, nobody's character profiles, nothing like that has anything about it. Yeah. We don't have it. Let's keep pushing. Let's move. We should just keep investigating as much as we can. Main gate. Okay? I wonder if Sister Bikini is back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. What? Phoenix, what is this internal dialogue, my brother? What was that? What? My man. Bruh. Alright, main hall. Okay, here we go. Okay, she's straining. Okay, what's up? Well, what's
the damage? How is the sacred cavern?
It looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. Okay, he fills her in. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern.
But who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Korean tradition.
We have Iris at the sacred cavern trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini.
Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we?
Yes. You were telling me how the Master of Korean disappeared 17 years ago. Okay, it was 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Fey suddenly appeared at this temple.
It was about a week ago when Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Korean tradition's main family line."
Okay.
I'm here to put a stop to them.
Yeah, bro. Iris is working with Pearl's mom. No doubt. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line.
There is only one heir to the title of Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new Master of Korean, and her daughter's the main family. All the other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line.
Is this the power of the Master worth this much? Is the power of Master worth this much bloodshed? That laugh does not inspire confidence in me, I'm not gonna lie.
You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know about it.
Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the Master Mask case, and during Maggie Bird's trial too. And not just that, but she's done it other times too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me when I need her the most.
The Korean technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead. That's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill?
And I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now.
Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see. All because of one little mistake.
A mistake? What mistake?
It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident.
That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is?
I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. That's the name of the file. Hold on a minute. DL6 is different from the DL... Wait a minute. Oh, bro. I'm not going to look it up because that's going to spoil me. I know it, but... DL6, that wasn't the Edgeworth case, was it? The DL6 incident, I knew it. That had to do with my bro, Mia's mentor. Mr. Grossberg, but we never heard about it. We just heard that there was some incident that happened. DL6. Master. DL6 incident. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago.
Ah, that's right. It was you who was the defense attorney on that case.
Right, but it was the Edgeworth part of it. The Edgeworth part was different. What the Wow, hold on. A murder that took place 17 years ago. That involved the... Oh, yeah, okay.
It was the first time in the country's history that the police
Ever used a spirit medium. I remember now. Oh my gosh. Peak. Oh my goodness. I totally forgot about this. Holy cannoli. And it got somebody killed. They referenced this in the last game. How did I forget? It got somebody killed. Right?
The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer.
And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Fey, Maya's mother.
Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action.
But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he?
That's right, he was.
That's right, it wasn't that someone died. Okay, it was that he was considered not guilty and the case remained a mystery. Okay, gotcha.
In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Korean tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Korean village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Missy's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought her as a fraud.
But I know the truth. Misty Fey's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all.
Of course it wasn't. And since she managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Korean tradition is starting to recover its last, but with a new master wielding the power of the clan.
Does she mean Maya? Dang, oh no! I'm completely forgetting what happened about the DL6 incident. It had something to do with Edgeworth's dad. Was he the one covering it? Grossberg was involved too, and Mia and Maya's mother. His dad was shot dead by Von Karma. Yeah. It was by Von Karma because we had to prove that he was the one who did it. He was the prosecuting attorney on the case. Edgeworth's dad was the defense attorney. Okay, and the events of that include her mom trying to channel a spirit from the dead and the man being considered not guilty, and that's why it was a failure. She was called a fraud and everything happened. But what was the truth? I mean, I guess the truth was that... What? The truth was that... bro, yeah. Bro. I've completely missed it. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to let the game remind me. I'm not gonna look this up, bro, because if I look it up, I'm afraid I'm gonna get spoiled. Okay, Family Feud. Family Feud! Ba 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 da ba.
The spiritual power of the Korean channeling technique is in the blood.
Maya's told me the exact same thing before.
We, the women of the Fey clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. Need a recap? Yeah, drop a safe recap. I could also just go back and watch my video. He basically said it. Okay, cool. I mean, I think I have it. So the only part, okay, so just tell me this. So when they say, when Phoenix says I know the truth, is the truth actually just that Von Karma was the one who did commit the murder because he knew his client was guilty? But in which case, how would that... Recap the part of how it was a failure. Like why did the guy basically... Yeah, the truth was Von Karma did it, but why did the guy say that he was not guilty? Because, yeah, I think that's the part that tripped me up, because I'm like, Von Karma definitely did it. Oh, it was because the guy was being tried. Because the guy who was being tried for it wasn't the one who did it. Misty channeled Gregory, and Gregory didn't know Von Karma did it. Okay, so it was a matter of mismatching of someone's truth. Okay, that makes sense then. Yo, WIS, thank you, appreciate it. So Gregory thought someone else did it. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yo, thank you. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master.
And the ones who don't become branch families, right?
That's right. And it's always the cause of tragedy.
You know, Maya had a sister too. An older sister named Mia.
Oh yes, I've heard of her.
What? You know about Mia?
Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother.
And lost her life. As a result. Yeah, you gotta remind me about that.
Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition.
Dang, Mia. Really?
Well, she saw what happened with her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all of the rivalry between her mom and her aunt.
Everything's connected, man. Yeah, everything is connected. Full circle, bro. This is great writing. That's right, Misty Fey had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the master seat from her. Mystic Misty sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Yeah, we remember that batshit crazy woman. Morgan. There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Korean Village. What she did was terrible. It was all so she could make her own daughter the next master. Dang, blacked out like that just to give her some aura? That's crazy.
I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter. Then you must have already realized that Iris...
Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this?
That Iris...
Whoa! Whoa! What?
That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter.
What? Iris is... What? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Fey's daughter? Morgan and Iris. Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Fey's daughter? Speak to me, Bikini.
Oops, I thought you already knew. It sounded like you'd met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already.
I have. I know her very well. Oh my goodness. Wait. So her and Pearl are sisters. Y'all knew about this. This is what y'all are waiting for, huh? This is what y'all are waiting for, huh? Okay. 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 Yes, Pearl Fey. But I always thought she was only a child. Or she was an only child.
You jest, that child, she's Mystic Morgan's. I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she?
Yes. Ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. I meant to get that so much sooner. I'm still just shook. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. I got it. I think I might have got her blinking though. You gotta be kidding me. That's supposed to be the thumbnail.
Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2.
Wait! What is happening? 3? What? No, autoplay's on! Stop! Bruh. Nah. Bro. Y'all knew about this. Y'all knew about this, huh? Y'all knew about this. That's why you wanted me to get to this part so bad, huh? Okay. Oh! Yo!
After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Crane's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him.
Dang, husband! Husband, hello? You can't play with ghosts. Come on, girls, we're leaving. Like, bruh, are we for real right now? Bro tried to marry in so he could play Scooby-Doo, bro. Get up out of here. Husband. No matter how crazy Misty or Morgan is, bro, that's absolutely insane. How awful.
He was a jeweler, you know. And in the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to be looked after by us here at the temple.
Father!
That was Iris, you see.
It's unbelievable. If Iris is a twin sister, could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? Bro, terrible, dude.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can remember is that her father was a jeweler.
Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls had 2 older sisters, huh?
Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger toward the main family.
Anger? What do you mean?
Her twin daughters were taken from her about a jeweler husband. Jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy a dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan.
That's why she had Pearl?
It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confine her.
So Iris has a twin sister. The plot thickens. Bro, you're like 3 minutes too late to comment on how the plot is thickening, bro. The plot was thicker than I don't even know what, bruh. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions to get more info. That was me throwing everything that I knew out the window because what the actual f is going on here? Bruh. That's I literally thought I had it, bro. I mean, part of my theory could still be true, but at the same time, we don't even know who the sister is anymore. This could literally be Iris. We've been duped. We've been double duped. Dog, you gotta be kidding me. Ah, bro. Yeah. We need to talk. Sister Iris, go ahead and just, you know what I mean? Just let me know exactly what's the down low, okay? Tell me about Iris.
Please tell me what's going to happen to poor Iris. If she was going to be found guilty, I wouldn't accept it.
What's your testimony, Sister Bikini?
I can't tell it my testimony. I saw what I saw. It's up to a pro lawyer like you to deal with problems like that. How could I ever make up for this?
Make up for what?
For allowing harm to come to such an important person.
Sister Bikini must feel really responsible for what happened. Miss Dunham was the master after all. Bro. I'm going crazy.
Ah, this poor little girl.
First I lost Maya, now Pearls. How much more pain is this case gonna cause me? Not to mention this fever is giving me a killer migraine. Okay, I mean I need to know things. Okay, she doesn't want to talk about it. Okay, what about Maya?
So this young lady is the new master.
That's right, Mia Fey.
Oh dear, oh dear. If I know who she was, I would have prepared a feast, not a boring old pot roast and some gravy.
Once we get her out, you can give her all the feast you want.
Of course, you just make sure you get her out, alright? She's the master, you just have to rescue her.
Dude, where do we even go from here? Okay, let's ask about this.
I just had a twin sister, that's all I really know about her. That's in the fact that she was taken away from her mother by a jeweler father. I don't have any idea where she is or what she's doing now.
I could tell her, but she'd probably have a coronary and a half. I mean, this is probably Dahlia, but like, bruh, so Dahlia had a half sister. So Dahlia's, so in actuality, which makes this even better, dude. So Dahlia's sister technically actually was Valerie, but only half sister. Little snake. Alright, Morgan Fey.
When I think about it, I do feel kind of sorry for Mystic Morgan. It wasn't her fault that her sister was a more powerful spirit medium. Mystic Morgan just couldn't compete with her sister. It must have been really, really tough on her.
Even so, that doesn't excuse all the things she did.
No, of course not.
Okay. Do we have anything else to talk about? I mean, not really. We've asked a lot of questions, bro. I don't really know what else there could be to talk about here. There's the hood. Oh wait, there's this. Would you mind taking a look at?
I pressed scroll. What on earth have you done to it?
No, it wasn't me. I swear. But who did this, and why would anyone want to cover this thing in gravy? More importantly, does this have anything to do with the case? Gravy, Hazakura Temple map, photo of Elise. Okay. Anything else? About this picture.
Oh, that whole thing. I always turned those reporter types away in the past, but Iris was so insistent this time.
Iris?
Oh yes! Iris loves to be the center of attention, you know.
Really? I find that kind of hard to believe. Yeah, that sounds weird. It sounds like a contradiction, actually, to what we know. Iris testimony. Okay, nothing about this. She's not gonna talk about that either. Crime photo, tracks photo. Larry's sketch.
Honestly, it's like the end of the world.
It's not a good thing, that's for sure. To think people have to call
to think that people have the gall to call this kind of scribbling by the name of art.
Huh?
If that's the sort of standard you need for art these days, I could be a pop diva.
Sure, but what about the contents of the picture? What do you make of that?
It's definitely the end of the world.
Okay.
This crystal sphere. It's not from a demon warden hood, but I would guess it serves a similar purpose.
If it's not from a hood, then I guess it really is from this Dunham staff.
Look at the blood on it. Oh, poor Mystic Elise.
About this. Sister Bikini, would you mind taking that?
Oh, what are you doing with that? Give it back at once.
I can't. This is evidence. Surely must be one important item. Okay. Anything else we could talk about? No, not really. Okay, then let's move. Let's move out. Autobots, roll out. Let's see if we can talk to anybody. So I don't know if we can talk to Pearl. Let's go back to the inner gate. Let's see if there's something that we can do here. There's got to be something. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? Okay. Oh wait, did you know he had? Okay, I skipped past that first one. Basically, it's just like, did you know he had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently, her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Do y'all remember when I used to give Edgeworth the... when I used to give him the hater voice?
Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is.
It does not fit him. After he proved he had aura in the first game, I had to revert him back to like action defaults. The Reddit mod voice.
I just might know who this twin sister of hers is.
And bro, it was like Reddit mob voice. It was like Shigaraki from My Hero Academia. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Dahlia. Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth, please.
Right. You have no business acting this way in court. Clean yourself up.
Yo, that did fit for a lot of his dialogue in the first game, I can't lie. Until you know him to have more depth than he does, he just seems like a hater throughout the whole game. Yeah, just throw all your theories out the window. Yeah, bro, the twin theory, it's just got me like, bro, it is what it is at this point. I should have done it in the last case. I should have done what, the voice? It was my first court case 6 years ago. It was a greenhorn, or I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. The voice, yeah, it would have been funny. You're talking about Terry Fowles, right?
You know about that case?
You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. It feels like when an anime, like an older anime, got dubbed in another country, like, or by another like company, and then it gets taken over by someone else. Like, it's like going from the old voice of Vegeta to like the new voice with Christopher Sabat. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Fowles, I'm done. Dahlia and Terry Fowles was conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. Lock in, bro. Lock in, Unix. Relax. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. Right? W lore, W backstory. Five years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Her sister? Well, her stepsister. Actually, they weren't blood. Okay, so it was not half. Yeah, that would make sense. They wouldn't be half. They'd be step siblings. Because because her father remarried and she was already born, so they wouldn't have been blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh, this is when she entered my life. A woman who tried to kill me. Yeah, bro. There's always one. So after Terry Fowles died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dog. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historian. What are you talking about, Edgeworth? Her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so we speak. Dahlia's death. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Right. I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. What? Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty. Thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey? Yeah, remember this crash out. That was so good. She has one of the craziest crash out phases ever. Real demon time. At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month? Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. Edgeworth is just asking to get shoved into a locker if he describes death like that. She's dead. And once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. There is no way to truly revive someone from the dead. But you can channel some... But you can channel somebody. You can channel people. Okay. Alright. I wonder. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth. And what is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fey, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Korean channeling technique. Did you say Korean channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh yes, I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium. Dang, I forget my boy probably would feel, feel the type of ways about it. Fraudulent. I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. Yeah, I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. And she and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth? Go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know. Of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Korean channeling technique is real. The One Piece is real! Sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it. But okay, let's go exactly where he wants us to go. To the... How do we get there, though? Can we not get there from where we're at? Main hall? I guess not. Okay, here we go. February 9th, House of Kurta. We got somewhere else we can go. This is Gumshoe. No, it's not. This is... Why did he get Victor Kudo's voice? Or Victor Kudo's OST? Hold on, let's see if we can get this to the beat. No motive, no crime. No motive, no crime. Sing it with me, no motive, no crime. I remember when we used to search in the channeling room in Korean. Whoop, I love my job. Sorry, my voice, I don't know what voice I was using. That was not Gumshoe's voice. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost along the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was in the reggae. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal. Huh? Who? Me? How long you been standing there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon? That Bob sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found those weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Talk about the letter. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. And they're taking that bloody riding on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. What? You mean... I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if we don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me, I don't know. They're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What did he mean by that? About that letter you found. Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting the gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burnt up old letter. Burnt up old letter? Yeah, in that incinerator right outside the inner temple. The incinerator? I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. Hold on. Be careful. Once night should be there. As soon as you hear the light out bell, you must channel her. Spirit, leave everything up to her. I'm cooking up another theory, but I'm gonna wait until it's baked, until it's ready to be like, you know what I mean? It's still got a little bit to cook. But all this channeling stuff, Dahlia's dead. Yo, you know it would be some real D1 hating if Dahlia died. Well, she died, but like it'd be some D1 hating if she like intentionally died, but she was executed. So like that was, you know, that was the plan, I guess. Or that wasn't really the plan, I guess. But it's still D1 hating to die and come back from the dead. What if they channeled her? What if, because Pearl is not the only, Pearl is not the only one who could channel like spirits. Like we've seen Maya do it and Pearl. Only one person can be a master though of the technique and kind of like pass down the values or something like that. That's why it's like such a big deal to be the head of the Karain channeling technique or of the clan. But thinking about it, I'm like, bro, what if Iris could channel somehow? That would be far-fetched. I mean, she's a daughter of a Fey. I don't know. Let's keep going. I'm sorry. I'm cooking right now, and I should let it, because the last time I cooked, I cooked myself into a corner and then had to dump out the soup because it went cold. I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. Yeah, so that furnace was used to burn that, and then obviously somebody burned the bridge. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away, which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? Hey, I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff, but it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums? Burnt letter. It's gotta be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal. Let's talk about the murder weapon, then we'll review. Actually, no, I want to review that right now. Okay, be careful. Once night falls, so-and-so should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her. Channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is, she is our, the whole blank. Here is a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is burn the letter, once this is done, burn the letter. Also make sure not to tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fire. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Yeah, that's the devil. I rebuke this and everything that is holy. I rebuke that. So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the skizzy shito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yeah, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Or that's why. Yeah, man, is it tiring work, but let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We got the feather of our forensics. What? We got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? What's that? What's the secret weapon of yours? You want to know? You gotta think scientifically, okay? Alright. The metal weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far? No. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! Metal detector! Hey, this thing came in handy, bro. When we used it. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Well, you want to give the scientific investigation a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? This was so cool. Didn't we use this on Von Karma's shoulder? That was actually so hard. That was cold. I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe or not? Play it. Play forensics expert. Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you. Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. If this is the most advanced, I don't know what to tell you. It's so sensitive you could make it cry. It's so high-tech you can make the sky dive off it. Oh. Brother. So now I'm gonna tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is somewhere around there, right? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal detector signal bouncing off of something metallic. Next, move the cursor over the lad. Don't worry, this babe will let you know when there's and when that happens, press enter to give the area a good... Okay, basically press enter when I hear the noises. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden pretty well too. Take a good look at everything and everything that seems suspicious, okay? That's just a ladder. Here we go. This looks like a wallet. Ah, that's where it's been. Is it yours, detective? I'm always dropping it. Put a bell on it. But you still dropped it anyway. Yeah, but now I found it again, pal. Your wallet is completely empty. Well, I drop it all the time, so I don't put money in it anymore. Then how come the metal detector picked it up? Must be because of the bell, I guess. Big dog. This must be an old panhandle or something. How do you know that? Huh? What? That was my nickname in junior high. What? Panhandle? I didn't have much money back then, pal. I used to bum stuff off the other kids sometimes, so they called me Panhandler. Panhandler? Huh? I can see that. Thinking back, it's actually kind of a nice memory now. Right. I'm just like, here we go. Looks like there's something round buried in the ground here. Don't touch that, pal! Huh? What is it? It's a trap. People set them to try to catch the detectives. They're nasty. A trap for detectives? You mean like those fierce traps with sharp teeth that are supposed to snag your leg? Yeah, those. I got my finger caught in one of those once. Your finger? There was a bit of cheese and it looked so tasty. I reached out and then... snap! Are you kidding me? You fell for the oldest trick in the book? I'm not sure I know how to respond to a story as stupidly pitiful as that. What's this, a pen? Hey, I've been looking all over for that, pal. Huh? It's yours? Yeah, my old man gave it to me when I qualified as a detective. He told me it'd be good for sticking it in suspects' faces. What makes you detectives sound, or that makes you detectives sound really nasty. It's my dream to stick it in your face one day, right? Stay away from me. Then don't go losing it. Bro, what are we talking about? Let's see. There's anything here. Hey, pal. All you gotta do is watch the detector and let it tell you where to go. I think I missed it, but like yeah. There we go. Gumshoe dropping stuff like sonic rings, right? This is Miss Dunham's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood, but the detector is reacting to or reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off! Examine evidence is a job for the... Did I just break it? Ah! The top is coming off! Look what you've done! You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. Oh! That's a sword. Inside the staff. Is this? Could it be the murder weapon? Whoa! I never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword game, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword. Or else the victim would have stabbed their own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshoe, who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. Then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. It's about the same length as this Kizishito, too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over the forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it's been wiped off. Oh my god, we figured it out. Brooke did it. Yo! Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hold it! Get back here, detective. Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know. You're gonna get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? Huh? What are you talking about, pal? Please. Just until we find Maya. Maya, what's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think Maya's been... Please, detective! Let's just wait until we get inside the sacred cavern. You're looking kind of viridian there. Okay, just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. This staff's secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. Okay, I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry, she'll be fine. Gumshoe. You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about taking there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. Okay, and we're not gonna tell anybody, so this probably won't be used in other whatever. I can't help but wonder, though, what was Elise Dunham doing with a staff like this in the first place? Yeah, that's interesting. Unless somebody planted it on her so that they could use it and it would look like her. I don't know. That's crazy stuff, though. All right, let's see here. Burnt letter. I don't think there's really much else that we can go over here. I mean, we've been through it. All right, let's move. Let's go back to the main hall. Let's see. Is there anywhere else that we can like go? Heavenly Hall, Inner Temple Gate, Garden. We already talked about Dahlia. Dog, there's so much. Training Hall. Talk. The night of the crime. Maybe did we try this again? Ooh, we actually might be able to. Now that we have okay. Let's try this. Not move. Present. Let's try presenting the Magatama. Let's try talking to her again. Okay, she only has 3 locks. Okay. The person saw you the night of the murder. Iris. I mean, Bikini. Yes. She gave her testimony. Okay. Okay. Now, you say you left the main hall 940, but this doesn't add up with this. Okay, did we get anything else, actually? Ah, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. That's unfortunate. You're good? I don't think I have enough evidence yet. You're good as in I don't have enough, or I do have enough? I don't think I have enough. Evidence. You'll find out why I told you to hold off. Okay. It wasn't because of... Oh, it wasn't because of a lack. Okay. So that maybe, so we can. Okay. That was kind of backseat. No. It's helpful when, because there's just so many pieces to this. I'm okay with like a little bit of like, because you're not really telling me exactly what to do. You're like kind of hinting like is maybe not the time, or maybe it'll just add to the experience or something. There's so many moving pieces. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So it takes 20 minutes to walk. Okay. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left about 9:40, I think, to get here by 10. Okay. So we have to find what contradicts how she would have made it here by 10. Oh, wait. Here we go. I know what it is. Okay, it's the bell. It's the bell. That's the piece I was missing last time. Damn it! I didn't mean to click that. She's probably like, why do you keep asking me the same question over and over again? It's because my thumb slipped. Iris? I'm over here. I'm pressured to perform. I gotta do my Ace Attorney duties, bro. And Gumshoe's job. But that was the one piece I was missing. But it was the bell. The bell. Okay. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have.
Who's that?
Me.
Mr. Wright?
We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten.
No, that's right, I remember.
No, nah, you were, cause you were Dahlia. You channeled Dahlia into you. And I bet you, wait a minute. Ooh. You know who wrote this note? Morgan wrote this note. Morgan wrote this note here for her daughters. Oh my gosh. Ain't no way. Phoenix was talking to Dahlia that night. Not Iris, Dahlia. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock in the middle of the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far... Pearl went missing. And we've learned, because I'm seeing 2 places at once. Dog, did they try to channel Pearl? Maybe it wasn't a big thing of like, maybe it wasn't her being channeled. But then again, you can self-channel. I don't know if you could channel into another person's body. It's a self thing. But I wonder if maybe they were trying to convince Pearl to do it. Oh, so far I managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazagor Temple. There's only one possible explanation for the apparent possibility. There were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time, which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris.
But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible.
Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise.
You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there's more than one of me. I don't know. What about your whack job of a sister?
Okay, now I see why you told me to hold off, to get the full story. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? That's right, Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well.
I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer...
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Would have also kind of spoiled the twin twist. Okay, I feel you. Yeah. Stuff like that, if you know that's coming, for sure, just let me know. Like, not like let me know of the twist, but like, you know, let me know like what would be better to do. But only Ice and Monica though. Anybody else watching, don't get too like trigger happy, you know? These two have been really good about not, which reminds me, bro, Monica, why are you not modded yet? Hold on. You need mod expeditiously. There we go. Alright, Monica, you're a mod now. I'm about to say, I trust both of y'all to give me good information. There's no need to explain this now, is there? The second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Korean channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Okay, let's go. Okay. But that kind of gives me more questions of who did it. Because she's, I don't know, bro. I don't want to say she's innocent, but she seems quite innocent.
I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I had been spotted at the inner temple, I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected, the Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why did you tell me this before?
Because my sister always does the right thing.
Excuse me? That doesn't line up with anything that I've experienced in the past pertaining to Dahlia Hawthorne.
And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
You betrayed her? What do you mean?
That's why I had to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about? Betrayal!
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago. That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path.
Okay. The path to killing her sister? To killing the college student?
She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life.
Okay, so she died. We know that, though.
It's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing.
Okay, so she was in on it, huh? What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father, that's awful.
But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
Huh?
It was revenge on our father.
Dahlia, what? Bro, you would get revenge on a crayon for snapping. What is wrong with you? What did he do? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, pause. I retract that. Because we did establish that her father's a piece of shit, so. Revenge? Yeah, we know. That makes more sense. That makes sense. What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell.
Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fey.
Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fey family. The Main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power.
Bro was trying to usurp as a bro. First of all,
but his plan backfired because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Korean.
That would be Misty Fey, Maya's mother. Bro was trying to usurp her authority, even though it wasn't like his rightful it wasn't his rightful thing to inherit. This technically makes Mia and Dahlia cousins too, which is crazy. Yeah, it makes Mia and Dahlia cousins. Phoenix used to date Dahlia. Iris and Dahlia are cousins or are cousins to Maya and Mia, but sisters to Pearl. Like, bruh, it branches.
But before long, the credibility of the Korean tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fey, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there.
And that's when you came here to Hazakura Temple?
Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in this new family, you see.
Oh.
And I haven't seen my mother since then. Having the master seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally.
Dang. Yo, if you would have told me that this game would have made me feel bad for Morgan Fey, I feel as if like I would have like exploded into a million pieces back when we were playing the second one. Because bro, I literally, you know what's even better about this is that I explicitly remember being like, dog, what would drive her to want to kill her own niece? She wanted her niece convicted of murder. She didn't go as far as to try to get her killed. But, I mean, the end's still the same. Like, basically get her up out of here. Sweep her out of here. Like, I'm like, bro, what would drive her to that level of obsession, bro? It's because this piece of garbage dude was basically already using her for that, and because she was stripped of that, like, that ability to be what her husband wanted her to be, it wasn't really so much it was just her husband, it was the fact that it was her husband who wanted that from her, and then he was the one who took her children away because of it. So it felt like not being the master meant that everything in her life had to be just gone down the toilet. Like, and it was kind of out of her hands. So it was at that point that she probably was like, bro, I give up. Dog, oh man. Holy cannoli. Ace Attorney. I think I'm finally starting to see how the pieces fit together. I have asked for everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fey clan. That's what it looks like. Bro. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister Dahlia Hawthorne poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him?
Well, I did hear one thing. She said he hated his guts.
Dang! We knew that though. I see. Thank you for your help. Yeah, we're about to pack her up now.
You're welcome.
Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There is still much to investigate.
Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise.
Dang, Phoenix got a therapist. A new page after, right? My man's gonna have to sit down and figure things out. Bro's gonna be sitting down like this, locked in, trying to figure out how to best pack up Dahlia in this case. Like, how do I convict her of being guilty if she's dead? if she's the one who even did it. He's like, it means something to me now. It means something to me now. Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl's psych lock. Yeah, we gotta figure that part out. Alright! It's time to move! Get up out of here! Back to the suspension bridge. Heavenly Hall. Okay. Look at that. They really did make a fire right in the middle of the shack.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
Ha! You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off. I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Yep, Nagatama time. Alright, Pearls, you're gonna tell me what you know and you're gonna tell me right now. Okay, little one? Okay, night of the crime. Okay, you're supposed to be in your room, but you didn't go. You didn't go. And it was because you went to the inner temple. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Okay, and you were worried about Maya. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. Next one. We're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. What about the time? Oh, about what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started, but there was so much snow I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10? How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
She heard the lights out bell. The House Temple's bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearl, why were you so worried about hearing that bell?
Oh,
I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this. Ooh. The letter, because it mentioned the bell. You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper.
Where did you?
In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearl, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing.
These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearl.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion has been burnt, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearl? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearl have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearl was supposed to channel. The person you're supposed to channel was one Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Cooking! It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Okay. It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearl? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions.
I thought so. Pearl doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister, bruh. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearl, who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote the set of instructions for you to follow? Yo, it's all coming together. Pearl, I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what those instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why.
How did you?
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fey. It must have been on one of her Uber trips back to the detention center. Alright, Pearl, it's time you started telling me the truth.
Mr. Nick!
Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this.
Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child.
What?
If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I'd like to see some proof.
What?
Because I don't think you have any.
What did she say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions? I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearl. I both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder, but you're right, there is no evidence that proves it was you.
I knew it.
However, I do know that whoever did it was a child.
Huh? How do you know that?
It couldn't have been an adult. Wait, before we try? Couldn't have been an adult because of what? 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 I'm losing my understanding. I'm losing my grounds. Because of the gravy? That'd be stupid. Weather report. Sword. Wait! No. Stop. Too much. Maybe? No adult would have made a simple mistake like that.
A simple mistake? What do you mean by that?
I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you've been given, but you must have understood some of the words, and this evidence proves it. Wait, what does it say? Be careful. Once night falls, blank should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Wait! Ain't no way! Nah! Gravely roast the master in the fire of Hades. Is that what she, please tell me that is what it is. Let's go. Ain't no way she misunderstood that, bro. That is so funny. That's adorable, though. That's adorable that she would actually she threw gravy on bruh. Oh my gosh. Bro just had the heartiest laugh ever. I felt like an uncle laughing like that, but how could you not? That is the funniest thing ever. Why would I do something like... Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fire of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Miss Dunham on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Well then, would you like to practice reading with me? Miss Elise, so for example, how do you read this? It says gravely, gravely. That's kind of a tough word. We broke it. We broke that last side log for sure. Sure, Miss Dunham taught you how to read gravely and roast, but what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food. And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master and gravy from the night's pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. Aw, Pearl. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Well, it's a good thing you didn't because your mom's kind of batshit crazy. So, like, you know what I mean? W, Pearl. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right. Girly pop, it's okay. I promise. Oh, man. That's too great. That is too great. All right, the night of the crime. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of the leftover gravy. The gravy? I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the master of Karain like it said in the letter. I see. And then? Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area. The guest area? Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then Pearl, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it. Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. Yeah, Larry, but in her case, it wasn't over something as pathetic as that, so like, you know what I mean? Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple? Yes. When I woke up, it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator. And left some of the steam, and let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. Okay. Bro. Larry, shut up, police. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. Right? It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring. So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit? No, I tried, but I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it? I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried, and I tried, and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. Larry, shut up. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yes, I don't know what to do. Is there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is anyway?
It could happen if someone else is already channeling the same spirit.
Huh? Channeling the same spirit?
But who would be...
Who would be doing that? Who would be doing that? So someone did channel the spirit of Iris. I mean, of Dahlia. Who could it have been? Sister Bikini wasn't... She was witnessing the whole thing go down. Maybe it was Iris. No, because that... I don't know. Someone else? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yup, it's like dating a girl. Larry, please shut the up. I don't want to hear anymore. Shut the up for the rest of the case. I don't want to hear any more, okay? It's time to just I'm not even reading the rest of this dialogue. Like, we're listening to Lauren. Bro's over here trying to Charlie Sheen his way into the conversation. Like, bro, A-B conversation. See your way out of it. And that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne.
I am a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish.
Her final wish?
Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully.
This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it. Morgan's letter.
My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary.
Yeah, I know, Pearls.
I visit her every month, and last month she told me, "The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fey clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden."
Okay.
My mother's always nice to me. I love her very much.
Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right?
She said it was for the good of the Fey clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fey clan, so it had to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
I guess so, yeah.
There was a picture with her letter too.
A picture?
Of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time...
Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken as if somebody had already opened it once before.
That sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already. Burnt letter from Morgan Fey. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out.
You're welcome. My mother is watching over us, so I'm sure Mystic Maya will be all right.
Bro, she doesn't know. She doesn't know. And I am not gonna be the one to break it to her. Look at that innocent face. What am I supposed to say to her?
Huh.
Finally figured it out. Have we tried? Or have you tried? You finally realize how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Godot! The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Well, why do you say that? Because Mia Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Tried. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey, bro. Still on this. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything about what was going on. Ha! What did I just say, Trite? I mean, bro did just say being painfully oblivious is literally the problem. Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow, we'll settle everything in court tomorrow, once and for all. Alright.
Mr. Nick, is what that man just said true?
It'll be alright, Pearl. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick.
Bro. My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child. My Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. Huh? I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, after all this time, the master seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. Excuse me? No. She not dead, bro. She not dead, bro. She's not dead. Capping like a mug, bro. She ain't dead, bro. No way. Not two sisters. Not two sisters. I'm sorry. The stakes connect. Wait. Stop. Midnight stream? No. Nah, this could go on for a hot minute. We're gonna stop it here for today. We gotta stop it here for today. Alright, that'll do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy that. That is a lot of information that I had to digest in such a short period of time. I'm lucky I finished that investigation when I did. So I started the recording almost 2 hours ago. That could have easily have turned into like probably like 2.5 to almost 3 hours worth of investigating if I didn't get through some of the stuff that I could have taken a lot longer to get through. Like, I don't think y'all understand. With some of these investigations, I'll get stuck, as you guys know. Because we're live streaming this, I'm able to get through this a lot quicker, and I don't have to get stuck on too much, as well as having some help with some of the viewers who are live. So I'm excited to see what happens next, knowing that there are twins, knowing that there are twins, being Dahlia and Iris, and then the fact that this connects to the DL6 incident, and there's just so many moving parts to everything that happened in this to other games, like the first game and the second game. Like, there's a lot to this, y'all. I'm still ingesting it all. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. If you are new, also make sure you hit that notification bell if you are new as well, so you always get notified when I post a new video to the channel. Also in the description below, there is a Discord link if you want to join that, join the community. We can talk about all kinds of things. You can join up to get the direct messages about things like my schedule or when I post a video that way as well. So if you have Discord on any device, you will know when I post a new video or when I go live at any moment in time. So make sure you don't miss that. If not, totally fine. If you want to discuss things here on YouTube, leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me about what your favorite part was about this case. Talk to me a little bit. Tell me, like, you know, what like you're thinking if you're playing this along for the first time. That is, anybody who has played this, right? Anybody who has gotten past the point where I am at. Obviously, don't comment unless you're just wanting to know my thoughts, right? But don't like comment saying some crazy stuff, right? I do want to have all this stuff fresh, you know, kind of told to me fresh without having any impressions or anything like that leading up into it. But as always, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I will see you guys in the very next video. Peace.